So hypnotic.
JK.
Why?
JK, I'm sorry. I had loop on because I'm a jackass. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Valkyrie Presents. Guess who hasn't done this in about 6, 7, 8 weeks, something like that.
Funny.
Doesn't show it all. Doesn't show it all. Such professionals around here.
Oh my god.
Well, I want to say hello to everyone in the chat. Thank you all for being here, and welcome to my fantastic co-host, Cyborg Valkyrie. How are you doing, Cy?
I'm doing awesome. It's good to be back after our long-ass hiatus while you were in Germany and I was dealing with family medical stuff and all that kind of stuff. And now we're 15 feet away from each other.
Yeah, it's really weird. Cy's in the other room, so we can hear each other like with a 3-second delay through the stream, and it's really trippy. But you know, hey, it is what it is. And of course, we have the amazing Hocky, who is streaming at his live on location.
Hey, g'day everyone. I am Hocky, the ad hoc artist, and yes, I am at the I can't pronounce it. It's an Aboriginal name, Narrajinji Reserve. That's it, the Narrajinji Reserve in Sydney. It's quite lovely here. There's a fountain just behind me. I don't know if it can be seen in the shot. Okay, the right.
You can just see
it's
it.
Beautiful. Yeah. So and it's quite a lovely, quite a big park too. I've been here once before. There was a Renaissance fair here up the other end of the park, and so this is a massive park. So not as big as the one in New York or anything. I've been to that one too, and it's freaking all huge. But yes, but I'm here. So
nice.
Some person is bringing up what I brought up the last time you were on a stream with me, which was the famous painting with the apple in front of the guy's face wearing the bowler hat.
Wait. Be prepared.
Snacks. Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Jackie, this is the best moment. Oh, that made my freaking day. That was so good.
There you go. There you go. Some person.
I got sandwiches. I've got trail mixes. Anyone wants any? I've got a thermos full of tea. So we're set.
Came prepared.
I came prepared. Yeah.
Came prepared.
So, some person, I'm going to need you to clip that and maybe darken up the apple just a little bit and post that on Twitter for everyone. Make sure to tag Jason too.
Look, if some person doesn't do it, I will have to after the stream because that was just too damn perfect. That was amazing. And now, I hope you realize, Hocky, I now have inspiration to paint something for my next art auction. It's going to be you with an apple.
That's what I'm here for, obviously.
I knew it. You were here to be my muse. I knew it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I have to switch. I can't see the chat, so I'm gonna have to switch over to see the chat, which means I can't see you guys anymore or myself. So I'm gonna switch over to the chat to see what's going on. Oh, there it is.
I was gonna say,
hey,
don't do that on your phone; it'll kick you out.
Hello to Takume. Hello to Adam. It's wonderful to see you all here. We got 10 people watching.
I've been staying with Adam actually, so he's who I'm staying with in Sydney. So
welcome to Red Valkyrie, Adam. How are you? Hopefully you will want to subscribe after this, although probably not. It's fine. We understand.
The person who tried to get you to stream from inside instead of from
that was this is, yeah, it's quite lovely. But I'm going to head into the city afterwards. So I thought, oh, well, I'll come here and I'm going to go to a comic shop. My local comic book shop is 4 hours away from me, so I don't get to go there very often.
Local.
Sadly.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, so
I think this was the more tropical choice. This was the more
yeah. It's lovely.
I'm convinced that this is all a trick because it actually looks like I'm from Florida. That looks like Florida that you're sitting in front of.
It's Florida. That's it.
Because of all the palm trees.
It's true. Yeah.
You know what? I gotta say, I can hear the birds. It's such a nice touch.
It is.
I bring it on.
It's just a really good green screen. And then like a Bluetooth speaker just piping in the bird song.
Look, let's do a panoramic shot. Look at this. See? It's a really good green screen.
It really does.
The green screen is awesome.
When you sit down, it looks like it would be a green screen background. Like it's just
it does, doesn't it? It's crazy. I messed up all my shot now. So.
That's okay. It's still a good shot. It's still a good shot.
Yeah.
Oh
I'm just waiting to see a tiny little red-faced Australian guy running in, wanting to fight you. But yeah.
Well, if I had seen a kangaroo, I would go running to try and find one for you. So I don't see any in the park. So.
Damn.
Very unlikely that there's some here, but yeah.
It could happen. Also, don't get too close to them. I hear they kick really hard.
Yes, yeah, they can hurt. They'll run away from me before I get a chance to get close to them. So
that's fair. That's kind of like when people are like, "Oh, if I see a moose," and you're like, "I will show you with the zoom feature on my camera because if I get too close, they might charge me, and they're pretty fucking dangerous."
They're like 800
I don't want to
pounds
die.
of pure, like, animal reckless muscle. So. No.
They also can they can dive. I don't know if you guys know this. The moose can dive pretty deep into the water, and so you could be like down like snorkeling or some shit. I don't know why you would, because most of the time moose are in like cold areas. But like you could be like in the water if you were, scuba diving or snorkeling, and like a moose could cross your path. Like it is so freaky.
It's crazy. That is crazy. My goodness.
Bring a spear gun. That's what you just told me.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Snorkel antlers.
Let's do the cosplay reveal so we can talk about why we're here. But I'm so happy to have Hocky on the stream. Okay.
Holy shit! That's a big reindeer floating in the water. What's going on?
This is terrible. All right, we're gonna do this cosplay reveal, and then we're gonna quickly move out of it.
Completed, sir.
Shae the Red
has now become
awesome.
Ooh, flapper.
Okay, stand up.
Just for you, I went back to my natural color for you, Hocky.
Oh, thank you very much. Look
You've
at that.
got to stand up.
Look awesome.
You really got to show this
That
dress.
is so cool.
Hold up. The whole dress. I can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm too close to the camera. It has the fringe and everything.
Done.
Although I will say, it's got the little zigzag pattern like yours does in the actual thing.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
The peak is really short. Like I stood there and I went, "Oh no, I can't wear this out ever. Like, I need shorts under this. This is."
And I disagreed.
I want to wear it because I'm that kind of person.
That's awesome. Fantastic. Well done. How does it feel? Now, this is probably one of the first ones you get to actually wear a dress in these cosplay things too, is it?
I'm not usually wearing dresses. I'm usually either wearing bra tops or some kind of horrible prosthetic that makes me look like an ogre, But I get to be
out of
this one.
That looks fantastic. Well done. Oh my goodness.
Out of several hundred, I can think of on one hand how many she's gotten to actually wear a dress.
Yeah,
I don't have any. My partial cosplay closet is right over here. There are not. I think there's maybe 2 skirts. So total like
Oh,
there's no dresses. We don't do dresses on this show. People are
no,
like,
obviously.
I'm gonna make a redheaded character that has like a bra top, or they go, I'm gonna make something that has its flesh hanging off of it, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah. Great.
Those are my options.
Yeah, that's
Or
it.
naked.
And I just bring out a boring old dress. But look, you can get 2 uses out of it, hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah, hit the town.
I'm not gonna lie, Hocky. I actually looked everywhere for orange and black because the dress that you have in this is so freaking gorgeous. I looked everywhere. I found one place that didn't have them anymore. And then I found what I could do was make my own, and I was like, oh, I just don't have the time. Otherwise, I would totally do it because the orange and black, I love. I would 100% wear that dress, but that was a tricky one to try and find. So we had to go with red. I figured red was as close as possible.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's good. Yes, the colours are an odd choice. So, and it kind of fades too, so it's like lighter at the top and the actual dress gets darker towards the bottom.
Yeah,
so
I noticed
it's even more impossible.
Well, so I didn't know if that was intentional or if that was just the lighting for the couple of scenes that I saw it in. And so I love hearing you say it's intentional because I've got a couple of goals for this year, and granted we're about halfway through the year, so I'm not doing great on them so far, but I really wanted to do some full-on cosplays. And now that I know your dress is supposed to have that fade, I might actually sit down and make this. Like I've
oh
seen,
my God.
I've got the stuff that so I could do it. Like I know what I would need to buy. It would just be a labor of love, and I might have to, Hocky, because it's so pretty. It is just so pretty.
Oh, I'm glad. So, coming from a male who created it, and I'm just going, yeah. So it's good to hear that at least a lady will like it. So,
well,
so that's awesome.
The thing that's really cool is when you look at a lot of these flapper dresses, right? They're always really, really heavy around the neckline, and then they get really sparse, and then they have like areas where they get heavy again. I like how you kept it really simple on the top, and then around the waist, where a woman would want to accentuate her waist, you gave it that very thick black band, and then again you did it at the bottom so it's more intentional and doesn't look like it was an afterthought. It looks like it was, oh no, this was part of the design, but you did it in a way that's actually really flattering to the female form. Like, you should consider getting into clothing making. This is actually really
Maybe so.
It's really well done.
It took me a while, so I can't remember the process a great deal of how I designed the dress. I know that because originally this story was going to be in the 1800s, and with certain elements in the book, I was going, it didn't quite work. So I moved it to the 1920s. So I go, okay, flapper dresses, all that type of stuff. But I'm trying to go, I've got to put, because it's related with time travel, I needed to put stuff in there that was related to time. So that's why there's hourglasses in there, and there's a floret in there of like circles. That's something to do with time as well. And actually the one on the chest, there's 3 bars on either side. That's to do with time as well. I can't remember all the specifics because that's over a year ago that I designed this. But I was going, okay, time-related stuff. That. Oh, yes, that. So it just got crazier and crazier. I was going, let's put it all in, and I think it came out pretty nice. So
I think it did too, because the thing is that a flapper dress is complicated, right? Like nobody looks at a flapper dress and goes, well, that's a sensible design. Like every flapper dress that has ever existed is just way over the top. There's too much going on.
It's true.
And I was really curious where you came up with your shapes. And so I love that you're like, oh yeah, they're hourglasses. I'm like, this makes so much sense. This is so perfect now. Like, oh, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just, I was just going through and trying to find what would, maybe it might have been researching gods and such and what their symbol for, gods of time and all that type of stuff. So I'm just looking at, okay, well, definitely an hourglass has to be in there, but then there's different representations of the hourglass, and then, let's say, the floret thing. So I was just there going, okay. But then the flapper dresses themselves, they have these lovely stripes coming off of them. I was going, okay, let's do that too. And there's the the dangly bits at the bottom. It's going, well, let's go all out and so let's put it all in there. And I actually even think orange might have been, if I can remember correctly, I think the orange color has to do with time as well. I don't quote me on that, but I feel like it might have been something to do with time.
Cool.
So
that is so cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is okay. Now this is me putting on my like thinking too much, reading too much into stuff hat, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I love the fact that this dress has you travel through time, right? This is one of the things it does. And so all of the little strands that you have and all the fringe at the bottom and everything like that it's almost like there's strands of time that you could go along all throughout the dress. Like it's just one of those things where it's like the flapper dress is such a good
string
choice for
theory.
this.
That's what it is.
String theory
in a dress. String theory in a dress.
It's yeah. But it just worked out really nicely. The design. As I say, once I sort of had the design too, everything started to fall into place with the story as well. Because as I mentioned, I did one in the 1800s. I love Victorian, like the Victorian dress. It was going to be a masquerade ball and all that type of stuff, but which I would have loved, and I may come back to that at some other point. But there's parts where she has to do research, and it's easier to find information from the 20s than it is from the 1800s. So I thought, yeah, okay.
You know what would be an interesting thing with the dress, like, because this is Curiosities and Oddities Emporium, and then this is the dress, right?
Yes.
It would be really interesting if the dress had multiple variations and multiple stories, and they shared similar iconography, but the dress changed for the period that it was going to take you back to.
Could be. You know, at the end of this story, well, can't reveal anything, but at the end of the story, you know, it is, it may fit in there. So we'll see. We'll see what when people get to the end of this book, and they'll think, oh yeah, but it does end. This story does end. So it's 24 pages, and it's start to finish. You don't have to read anything else after. Ever again. You can stop. You burn out your eyeballs. You don't have to read ever again. No. No. So yeah, it's a one-off story, but.
I love the idea of having one-offs, but I also love the idea of having like cursed objects that can continue a story. So each story is a one-off.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so it's all fully contained. But you could theoretically have a theme that continues with specific cursed objects or parts of cursed objects that show up. Especially with something like Curiosities and Oddities Emporium, which sounds like a haberdashery of cursed objects that is just going to be insane and like monkey's paws and shit like that galore, which I love that you're doing this. I love it so much.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole idea about the Emporium, is that it is that. Yep.
Oh, go ahead, Cy.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you look at the original cover, the dress as depicted there with that kind of really neat, almost sunray pattern that's coming off the chest. Start out 5000 BC. That was like King Tut's tunic, and it just moves forward through time.
Just moves forward through time. Maybe so. Yeah.
Look,
food for thought, that's for sure.
Take notes.
Now, this story, as I say, this story does end. I actually have a sequel for this story in particular, but I wanted to write it in a way that you don't need to know the story for that to happen. But but most of the stories will be about items. Yes. Well, the elevator pitch, so to speak. This is about a character called Jenny. She's kind of the next door girl. She's quiet. Reads books. That's her weekend. She's not much of a party person, but she's coerced into going to a party, to a work party by her friend at work. and she doesn't really want to go, but she's wandering home, and this shop just piques her interest. So she wanders in there, and the proprietor of the shop said, "Yeah, we've got this dress." She looks at it, and she sees it, immediately buys it because she had a dream about this dress in particular. So she buys it, takes it home, puts it on, and she turns around and she finds herself in a jazz hall in the 1920s. Immediately freaks out. So she was in a tiny little apartment, and then she's all of a sudden in a big jazz hall, and she freaks out. She takes off part of the dress. So the dress itself is the whole outfit. So she takes off part of the dress and finds herself back in her apartment again. She's again freaked out. She wakes up the next day, goes to work, comes back and goes, "Was that a dream?" Puts it on again, realises it's not a dream, that she actually has travelled back in time. She uses the power of the dress she starts to have a bit of fun, but eventually her curiosity gets the better of her, and she wants to know, is this place real? And then she learns, oh yes, it is, and someone was murdered at the time she turns up. The story is a bit of Groundhog's Day-ish in the fact that when she travels back in time, it's the same day. She's coming back. So she's anonymous. Every time she comes back, she's unknown. So that's why she can sort of have a bit of fun and break out of her shell a bit. But yeah, that curiosity. And then she discovers, oh yeah, someone was murdered. What do I do? Again, she's just a bookworm, like quiet person. So she has to she realizes that she's the only one that can save this person. So she goes through that dilemma, hunting down the victim and trying to save her. So, yeah, that's
awesome.
basically
the other
story.
secret of the dress, other than that it time travels you, is that was the lining of Columbo's coat. So she's going to turn into a master detective.
Oh,
wow.
Maybe so, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, we've been on a Columbo marathon, so ignore
Oh,
that.
okay.
We have.
Fair enough. Hey, Columbo's
we watched
great.
Columbo all the way through the 90s, and it got real weird in the 80s and 90s. Like
the last episode of Columbo, he had to bust a club owner who was having raves, and let me tell you, to go from that and automatically wrap back around to the first Columbo episode, it was jarring.
Very weird. Like, Columbo had a girl who was like ready to give him ecstasy and shit, and he was like, "Okay,
What?
thanks."
Oh
and then
my
it like
goodness.
flips back around, and it's like, "Hey, it's the first episode of Columbo." I'm like, "Oh, this is weird. I don't like it." Can I just
That's
say,
so weird.
this mannequin, I want this mannequin. I wish
I
this mannequin
know.
existed.
I do too. As soon as I thought of the idea, I go, why doesn't this exist? Like, to hide everything inside. I think I've come onto some patent. I patented this one, patent this one. So anyone that wants the design,
the thing is, like, as a cosplayer, right? This would be so perfect because I would have like the main part of the costume on display, but then I'd have all the accessories inside, so I wouldn't have to worry about where the hell did that stupid necklace go that I needed with the, where are the shoes that go with it? It would all just be in one thing. Hockey.
It'd be all there, exactly.
We need to make this a thing.
I think I do. I was because the reason why it's not just the dress. She's got the shoes and the headband, and if she takes any part of this outfit off, she travels back into a present time. It was more for storytelling. I don't want her to be undressing in front of a hall of people. It's more like, she takes off a part of it and she finds herself back. So, and then I'm going, well, she's buying this dress. Where is the rest of the accessories? I don't want to have them in a box to the side. So that's why I came up with the idea of, what if they're inside this mannequin? Oh yeah. So that's why she opens it up and she's going, holy crap, there's heaps of stuff in here. Yeah.
That is
that's
so
where the
cool.
concept came from. Yeah.
I love it.
Just
it's
going,
just
Why doesn't it exist?
I know it needs to. This needs to be a thing, because this would be amazing, especially if you had people like me that are cosplayers that have multiple costumes that they maybe want to keep on display. This is the best solution, because I hate having to put costumes in garment bags and then store them to the side and then try to remember what they are, and then I have to pull them out, and then I'm like, that's not the one I wanted, and then
that might be my next business. That's my side business, is making these now.
You also need like a variant of this where you open it up and it's just like a few different shelves of liquor.
Yes. Yeah.
That would be for some of the cosplays that have very little to wear, like a Red Sonja cosplay, right? That would be what's inside. That would be just a shit ton of liquor so you can get through it. Like, well, it's gonna be rough.
That's it. But don't worry. I thought I've got to make this, but there are some technicalities with it. I'm taking some liberties, but you've got to try and have the balance right and all that. So, but maybe you might see this coming out in some point. Yeah, we'll keep an eye out. Kickstarter coming soon.
Hocky, I'm not above trying to make a prototype of this. I'm just saying. Like I was looking at mannequin bases a second ago. I could get one. We could take a chainsaw to it. I could make this a thing.
I know.
So there was a comment in the chat, so I feel the need to play a video. Let me bring up the comment real quick.
If everything you're doing is bad, I want you to know this.
And in that video was the picture of Vigo the Carpathian.
Yeah, so you'll see it more in the trailer, but there's in the pages on the page, but they're a little small. There actually is a shot of the poster as well, the picture in it. So where she goes into the shop for the first time, there's a few of the items in there, like hidden in there from various things, and up on the top of the shelf near the rhino head is the painting right there. So
that is awesome.
So I thought so there's only a few things in this page, but on the front page there's a few more as well. Like at the front of the shop, there's the mask from Jim Carrey's mask. There's the Maltese Falcons in there. There's.
Oh my gosh, Hocky! Yes. Oh wait, you didn't draw Annabelle somewhere in this, did you? Because I
drew an Annabelle-like thing. It's not quite Annabelle, but it's
close enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's funny. So
oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so it came out well. So.
This seems like so much fun. So, how many pages was this again?
24. So 24 black and white pages. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's story pages. So you've got 24 pages and then the cover. So it's all story, and it fit quite nicely into 24 pages. In fact, I actually had less pages, but the story didn't work very well. There was something that was missing, and I had to add in an extra page. I came up with this idea, and I'm just going, it's perfect for the story. Fit the there's a bit where she finds someone, she clubs them. That page was like an afterthought, but once I created it, it just came into. So I'm just going, this is exactly what I needed for that area. It just tells a bit more story about her and her frustration about all this type of stuff. That was it was really good. I was just going, yes, that was a win. Yeah, it was so good. So good to have.
You're looking at your story and you're like, oh, it's almost there. We're so close. There's just something missing. And then you're like, what if I did this? And you start writing it. You're like, oh, I didn't even know how good that was going to be for this.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I needed.
And it was. It was actually perfect. And It's the only action scene in the book too, which is because it's not an action story. This is a it's a sci-fi a little bit, but it's more of a mystery that she's trying to find this person. So, what bizarre stuff is going on, and then her coming to a realization that there's something more sinister that she probably has to realize that maybe that's why she's there. So, and then her trying to figure out who is the victim, who is the murderer. So she's going through all those emotions, and and then that page came up, and that just helped with her frustration and everything like that. And so it was just a really good moment for in the book. I'm really happy with the story. Honestly, this is kind of I've written little bits and pieces before,
right?
But when I sat down and actually started to develop this story, I was going, oh man, I just so want to see this story happen. It's just so cool. And now I have. Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. I need to sit down and actually write. I've got a story that I've been working on with Cyborg and Mike McMahon, and I haven't actually sat down and written any of it. I've only brainstormed and researched a lot. I researched way too much, but I love seeing you be like, okay, I just had to write it, and so I sat down and I did, and I love it. And I'm like, oh, see, I need to do this. This is what it says. What's happening? I need to do what Hocky does, because Hocky did cool things, and now I need to be cool too.
You can be. I was actually talking about that. I was sitting down with Adam because I'm going to be working with Adam on a book. I'll be illustrating his writing. But we sat down because he was stuck with some story stuff. But we sat down yesterday and said, okay, this is what we've got. This is what we need. So it helps him just go, oh yeah, I need to do this, this, and this. So it was really, really good to help nut out the story a bit. Just kind of figure out, what actually do we need to tell the story. Like many people that I know, they tend to work on detail a bit too much. The certain way that the light will glinter off of this, whatever, off the sword, or So I was going, that's great, and that's good for when it needs to be illustrated. But yeah, we kind of need that structure. Just going, okay, before we get to that glint off the sword, what's happening?
You need a skeleton base, and then you can build all of the flavor off of that. But if you don't have a good skeleton, then you don't really have a story. You just have really cool scenes in an otherwise hodgepodge of nothing.
Yeah. Well, I think it was productive yesterday. I think Adam was happy with my suggestions that I had for the story. I think it's going to be cool once that comes, but that's still a while away, unfortunately.
Adam says, I got distracted by shiny things. Adam, I have ADHD. I totally feel you. I can't look down at this dress too much because it's so glittery. I'm stop streaming. I'm going to be like, it's the pain. Okay, no, now that I said it, it's all I can fucking see. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Feline says,
Speaking of getting
it's
distracted.
the power of the bow tie.
Oh my god. Speaking of getting distracted, someone else well, no, it was Adam again. Mentioned yet another video that we already have downloaded. So here you go.
Why am I drippings with goo?
There we go.
I'm glad that you got that out of your system, Sai.
Yeah.
I did.
Good work.
All right. Let's talk stretch goals. So we've unlocked one stretch goal. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, we can. So I don't have the artwork yet, but Shelby Robertson, we all love, a 30-year veteran of the comic book industry, and fun guy too. He's a funny bloke.
He's pretty cool.
I've asked him. I said, "Yeah, he's all right. He's passable." So I asked him, "Could you do some artwork for me?" And he says, "Sure, okay." So he said he was working on it this week. So he's going to work on some artwork, and because we unlocked it actually everyone is going to get a trading card as well as a print, because
Oh wow.
I thought, well, some people like trading cards, some people like prints, and I was going, well, I don't want to decide. I don't want to decide for them. Let's just give you both. So,
do you know what size you're going to do the print? Is it going to be like a mini print so it will fit like with the comic?
Yeah, I'm going to try for that. So A4 size. If anyone, I know America doesn't use the A size standard, but it's I'm trying to think. I can't. I think it's seven. Yeah. In inches, I have no idea.
8.27 by 11.69. So it's basically 8.5 by 11.
So I'm thinking for that because it should still fit in a Gemini mailer that size. If that's why I don't want to have this big packaging, especially in America, because I'm going to get RJ to send them out for me to US people. So I want to try and keep that as reasonable as possible, so he doesn't have to buy new packaging. It doesn't cost a fortune for everything else. So it'll probably end up being that size, and then and obviously a trading card, because I know a lot of people love to get their trading cards and put them in their folder of cards. So I thought, okay, so
I do have my binder of trading cards.
Yeah. So I thought that'd be nice, a nice little thing just to do both. But yeah, hopefully people will like it. It's Shelby. I know whatever he'll do, it'll be fantastic. I don't know what it's going to be. I have thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be funny if he did the Spider-Man 300 pose. With Jenny in the dress, do that weird leap. I was thinking that'd be hilarious. But because he does love to do that pose, he does love to do the homage to that all the time. So we'll see.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he does do that a lot. That is sure. That is for sure. All right, so your next one your next one is at 6K, and
and that's Australian dollars too. So we actually, it's unlikely that we'll get there. It's okay if we do. If we don't, I'm not too fussed. I'm actually just super grateful that we're funded, really. So I got to go, yay! So we're still, a few grand away from reaching that one. If we did manage to do that one, it was actually in the comic. There's a newspaper article, and so if we make the 6,000, it's going to be the actual newspaper article. Everyone will get that newspaper article.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So,
I like that. I like having the little Easter eggs that are like, oh, this is the thing that I'm giving you is part of like the actual story. Yeah. So it'd be like someone cut this out and and put it in there, scrapbooking the newspaper article. So that's what everyone would get. So I was printed out on newspaper print as well, and very cool.
There'd probably be advertisements on the back and things like that. So that's what I wanted to do, is actually have everyone get that newspaper article. And the actual article has some spoilers in it, so it'll be in an envelope to say don't open till you finish the book.
That's awesome.
So hopefully we get that. If we don't, it doesn't matter. I know that it says the campaign finishes tomorrow. I am going to extend it for another 30 because I just needed it as a timer for me. The extra 30 days is a timer for me to get the artwork done. So that's why I'm using it as that.
Well,
so I will extend that.
I don't see any harm in extending it really, because you've made your funding goal, but you do have some really cool plans for these future stretch goals, and it would be cool to give people a little bit more time to try and get the campaign there.
Yeah, that's it.
Especially in this economy.
I know. And I know a lot of people, some people like all the bits and pieces. I didn't want to overwhelm people with bits and pieces, really.
Right.
If people had signed up, they're getting the bookmark. There's dog barking in the background. So they're getting the bookmark. Now everyone's going to be getting the print and the trading card. And if we reach that next one, everyone will get the thing. After that, the rest, there's actually no tchotchkes after the rest. So the 10,000 one was going to be actually just a bonus for Ink Spots and for Shelby. I was just going to say, here's a lump sum of money. Thank you for your contribution. So
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. I just wanted to support them. Just help. They've helped me. I helped them as well. And if we got to 20,000, which again, I don't. In a way, I don't want to get 20,000, but 20,000 is the book would be coloured. So yeah. So at the moment it's all black and white.
20,000. I'm still working on the art.
Yeah.
I don't want to color it.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just going. I don't have to colour it. So, which means if it does get to there, it will be delayed a little bit, but I'll be trying to go as quick as possible.
To be honest, if it got to there and was delayed because you were making a black and white book colored, I don't think anybody would be upset.
Well,
just get Jason to color it. It wouldn't take any time at all.
Oh no, that's it. But if it does, the release date for this I've pushed way out till next year. So if it does get to that and it gets coloured, that gives me some extra time anyway. But my goal to get it is after this next 30 days, I want to have all the artwork done, like everything done. And then all I need to do is basically send it to the printers. So that's my goal.
That you're going to be hanging out in the pit a lot.
Yes, yeah, probably.
He's never going to come hang out on Red Valkyrie again because he's going to be in the pit.
So busy,
yeah. And it's only for real artists, Shae.
It's not Hocky that did that. That was
it's not.
Billy.
I've got no control over
Billy.
it. So.
We're not mad at Hocky.
So yeah, it's.
I know. I just love bringing it back up.
That's my goal. Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of Billy and Jason, they've been extremely, and Ink and Dan, everyone, they've been very instrumental in me getting this done too. They've been so helpful. They've read the story. They've looked over it. They've given me suggestions. They've told me, you maybe change this, do this. They've been such a great benefit to have. So, and being in the pit and being able to share that with them, and them giving their feedback has just been amazing. So I thank you, Jason and Billy and Dan and and everyone. So it's been really, really cool. So.
They're a pretty cool group of people. Really, yeah. I feel lucky to be able to call them friends. So I, definitely understand where you're coming from. They're pretty awesome.
That's why I got to go see them last year. That's why I was excited. So.
I know. I'm so bummed I didn't get to meet up with y'all, but
the plan is that. Oh yeah. Well, the plan is that I'm going to try and come back again next year. Probably close to Dan's birthday again. So hopefully, if all goes well, it does cost a lot of money for me to get over. So let's hope that this and whatever projects I'm onto in the future that.
Get Hocky to 20K, and while he may have to color it, that means he can probably come visit the States again.
I probably could. Yeah, exactly. So I've got a little bird that wants to eat my sandwich. Hey, birdie.
Aww.
So,
this is adorable.
And now another
trail
one.
mix instead.
I keep dropping crumbs in there.
Nice.
I'm being swarmed. Wait a second. Where are they? There we. Can you see them?
Yes. Look at
yes.
That's amazing.
Birds.
Alright,
nature.
so Tokame had a question. He said,
Yes.
would you be willing to add a comic store multi-copy perk?
I had thought about that. If someone is interested, we can discuss. Yes, I probably could if someone was interested in getting like a stack load of them. Yeah, sure. Just reach out to me. I could even do a like maybe a secret perk just for that person. I don't know yet. I hadn't thought about it too much. So
That's fair. I mean, it's your
but,
first campaign, and you're doing, you're keeping it conservative to make sure that it's attainable. And so, but the fact that you have somebody asking the question means you probably have somebody interested. So
yes,
look at Tokame said, "I'm interested. I'll message you."
Okay, radio. Message me, and we'll come up with something. Because I'm happy to supply other
to
people.
Sell people multiple books.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. I'm actually going to go.
I mean, I haven't met anyone who doesn't want their books out in the wild.
Yeah, that's true. I'll go to the comic shop today, and I'm going to say the same thing. I say, hey, look, I've got some books coming out. Do you guys want to put them on your shelves? So.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Tokame also posed a question. He said, would it be cheaper for you to just fly up with a crate of books instead of shipping them out individually?
Yeah, it might be. I'm going to show you this bird. Okay, this bird over here. I don't know if you see it, the white ones.
Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Okay, so that's called an ibis. But in Australia, we call them bin chickens because we always find them in the bins. And so everywhere. Bloody bin chickens. Anyway.
Oh my gosh!
It's like our raccoons that we call trash pandas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bin chickens.
Bin chicken. Yeah.
Now, do we know for a fact they taste like chicken? That's the question.
I haven't eaten one. I will, but they're too feral. It's like, would you eat a raccoon? I don't know. Maybe.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Exactly.
Hocky eats a bin chicken.
Get him to 50,000.
I think they're a protected species. So I think all the native animals are protected. So.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. You know what, Hocky? You need to do a nature show. You really do. You're just out streaming in random places in Australia talking to people, and then you're like,
it's going to be Hocky's walkabout.
Walkabout. Yeah, that's it. Let's go for a walk, shall we? You know.
That's fantastic. Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's quite lovely. So there's a pigeon over there. I won't show you the pigeon. You've seen pigeons, but
we have pigeons here.
Well, these ones have got mohawks. They're kind of funny looking.
I have seen those kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the really aggressive top feathers.
When they fly, their wings whistle. It's hilarious. They're like just this whistling sound as the bird flies past. It's great.
Oh, that's funny.
And there were some magpies here before, but they've gone. But
magpies are evil. My mom used to love the magpies, and she used to like feed them and stuff. And then she watched a magpie dive bomb a robin in her yard, and she was like, "Never again! You are evil birds." So now she sees magpies, and she'll like go away, like shoos them out of her yard because she puts out bird seed for all the other birds, and she's decided magpies are evil.
Magpies are horrible. Yeah, these things are aggressive, especially in mating season. They'll swoop people. So
yeah.
So they're pretty nasty. But their song is gorgeous. They've got this wonderful, weird warbling sound, and to me it just sounds like Australia. I just hear them singing and Australia. So
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Hocky, thank you for this this image right here. So I have what I need to recreate this dress.
Yes, so that was my creation. Like that's I use as my template for when I'm drawing. Is going that's
for your turnarounds.
Yeah. So that's for my turnarounds. Same with the picture of Jenny there. I've always got that in the corner when I'm drawing her. So to try and at least get the likeness very close. So
yeah. This is a fantastic expression that you have on her right here. This is great.
Yeah. I wanted a little shyness, but yeah. So,
well, it looks a little. She looks like she's like hesitant, like I don't know.
Exactly. So,
perfect.
She's All
right.
But yes, no, it's great, absolutely great.
So we have some perks to go through. So why don't you take us through how people can buy your book?
Yes, certainly. So the feature tier is probably the best one because it gives you the 2 books and slightly cheaper. One of the reasons I really like this is because of shipping more than anything. If you're going to buy a small book, why not buy 2 or give one to a friend, or if you want to read a copy and put one up, whatever. I liked that idea that it's going, you can get a little bit cheaper, the shipping's the same price, you get both covers. So that's what I really wanted. It's going, and it's just a me appreciation of you. Thank you for buying these books. So here, have it a little bit cheaper than individual.
That's awesome.
So that's why we've got that a touch cheaper for those. So that's the one I would recommend. That's why it's the feature tier, and I hope that, and it makes the shipping a bit more reasonable when you're buying multiple books. So that's and of course we've got that's the digital one. Again, I like to buy digital tier or digital books because being in Australia, shipping to me is ridiculous. I can't afford to back anyone because I'm paying nearly $100 Australian to get a book, and I can't justify that, but I want to get the book. So I'd be hypocritical if I said,
unless it's like a 300-page book or something, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it for me. And I was going, I really want to support you. I want to get this book, but the only option I have is digital. So for me, to not put a digital tier in for the same reason, I want people to have a chance and go, like, I don't want to pay the exorbitant prices of shipping. I'm going, okay, here's the option for you. So, they've got this option to get that, and I've got a couple backers there for it, so which I'm happy for. It's going, yay! So,
Nice.
So yeah. And then the next 2 are just the individual covers. So my cover and Inkspot's cover. Inkspot's did a great job on that cover too, by the way. He complained about it the whole time.
I liked yours better.
Thank you. But yeah, he complained about it the whole time. But when I was trying to find someone who could do that cover for me, Inkspots was the first person in mind. I was going, I need a painter-like cover, and he was perfect. Hey, Angela, how are you?
I love the very subtle skulls that are in the blood.
Yes.
So
yeah, he wanted them a bit more prominent, and I said, no, push them right back. So you look close and go, oh, there's skulls there, jeez. So yeah, and it is a happy coincidence that it kind of looks like the shape of Australia. So
yeah, it does.
It does a little bit
in blood.
Yeah. So is this about? Yes, Jason. It's all about you.
Appearance by a wild Jason.
Yes. No, as I say, Jason's been absolutely fantastic with me getting this book out. So I really appreciate Jason.
Jason, we brought up the pit and Shae's lack of an invite to it. So
that's it, exactly.
So your interests are represented.
Bathurst only special. That is because I live in Bathurst. That's my hometown. I just wanted local people to be able to get it without worrying about shipping. That's because they can just pick it up from me from my work. So yeah, just come and grab it. So I just wanted to offer that to local people. They don't have to charge $10 to $12 to just to go 3 blocks down the road. Yeah, that's it. Come on. So then we've got. I've got to zoom in. I'm on this. Oh yeah, that's my sketch cards. Just little sketch. Yeah. So because I'm on my phone, it's got. Everything's about this big.
That's why I'm trying to read it out to you so you can know.
So yes, that's a sketch card because if people wanted at least a little, they can't afford these big expensive ones, but they can get a little original artwork from me. So I've been drawing them up, and I've had a lot of fun recreating Jenny in the dress in movie posters. so
that is awesome.
I've got one of her doing the Back to the Future thing with the watch, and so it's just been a lot of fun.
I want to see her in the dress, standing in a shower in the Bates Motel, as Norman Bates rips open the shower curtain, and she just has this startled look, and she reaches up to the headband to rip it off.
I've been doing movie posters on these little sketch cards. So it's been a lot of fun to create those. There's only 20 of those available. So I don't think I've only sold 2. So there's plenty available at the moment if people are interested.
Jason says Hocky
Shae,
told me he purposely scheduled this while he was away to make the audio worse for Red Valkyrie.
I'm sorry, Jason. I'm doing my best, mate.
It's wonderful. You know what? Earlier, King Leek was like, "Wow, Hocky almost sounds like an old-timey radio host," and I was like, "Well, it looks the part. That's perfect."
I do look the part. Yeah, I know. I wish I had a microphone, like a nice microphone to put on it too. Oh well, next time.
Next time, we'll get you one.
Yeah, that's it. Welcome to the park here.
If you're gonna do Hocky's walkabout, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to get you a mobile mic.
I know. The backing board art. So, again, it just allows someone to get some original artwork in the and I wanted it so you've got the comic on one side, and on the other side you've got the artwork, so you could have that available. So it won't actually be on a backing board. I did some test artwork, and it didn't. The colors didn't adhere because I used alcoholic markers, and it was just too glossy. So it's just sort of running all over the place. And going, that's such a shame. But they will be cut to the same size as the backing board, so it'll be on the so you can keep it in the bag with the book, or pull it out, do whatever.
Is it still going to be kind of a rigid, like cardstock-ish, or is it going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be on a Bristol board, probably about 200 GSM. I don't know what that is in the pounds, but it's fairly thick. So.
Sai says, Shae, we need a sketch card of the main character eating a roasted bin chicken.
Well, maybe. Yeah, and then I've had the.
I think I hear them screeching at you in outrage over what just happened.
Yeah, there's a whole stack of them behind me that someone's feeding. So. Oh my god. I don't know. Yeah, oh my god, bloody birds, bloody bean chickens. So yeah, and then I've got the drawn in tier. So I have had 2. One's already sold. It was actually Tokamei that bought that one. Hopefully for his wife to go into the book.
Nice.
Which was a female-only one, because it was a particular part of the story where it has to be a lady in that scene. So I was like, okay, perfect. And then I've got other drawn-in tiers, but it's not just drawn in. You get both copies of the book. You get drawn in, and I'll print, because I work digitally for this book. Everything's drawn digitally. I'll do a one-off print in 11 by 17 Bristol cardstock, and send that as well. So you've got an actual big frame, big picture of that.
That's
well.
pretty amazing. Most drawn-in tiers don't give you that much. That's really good.
Yeah, I thought, like, it's great to see yourself in the book, but I thought, no, why don't you have the page as well? So, yeah.
And it'd be really fun to be able to have it up on the wall. Like, I've been drawn into a few books, and it's fun when you can be like, oh, and there I am in this book, and here I am over in that. But like, it's so different if you could be like, oh, there's the page on my wall that I was drawn into. Like, that is so much cooler.
That's if I'd worked traditionally, I would have still done the same thing. I said, okay, whatever page you're in, you get that original page. But because I work digitally, I just thought, well, I'm going to do a one-off print. I'll sign it. So, and I won't print it again. Obviously, it's just for that purpose. So I just thought it'd be a lot of fun to do
that is
in
very
that regard. So yeah. So yeah, people go, oh, you know, especially when you have the both pages together. You got the small page and the big page. And, yeah. So yeah.
And then of course you're sold out lady drawing.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. This is enticing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to think about it.
It's a lot of fun. Oh, it's I think it's a good story. Jason and Billy and even Luke has read it. They think it's a good story. Luke was surprised by how it turned out, the story. So he just goes, "That was really cool." So I'm assuming he's not bullshitting me. So so he thinks
Luke
it's pretty
isn't a
good.
big bullshitter. He's a pretty straight shooter. If he tells you it's good, it's good.
Yeah. So that's
and this
I'm just
this
going,
is coming from someone who's known Luke for a long time, and I've been like, "What do you think of this?" And he's like,
yeah.
"Oh, okay. I'm sorry." It's like it's not good. And he's like, "Not your best." I'm like, "Okay. I'm just gonna go burn it now and then cry in the shower. It's fine."
Yeah.
Like he's a very honest, and he's very nice about it. I'm not giving you shit. Like you're a very nice.
Luke pauses for
critic.
10 minutes and then turns around and is like, "Well, the consensus in the pit is this isn't your best."
I don't care what the pit thinks. The pit doesn't like me.
But no, it's been a lot of fun to create. So yeah.
You have a lot of really fun tiers and everything that people can back on. So the only question that I have is, if you back a physical copy, is there the option for you to add on a digital copy as well?
I hadn't put that in. I actually thought that if I reached a certain stretch goal, I probably would just give everyone the digital tier anyway. So that might be a bonus if we get to the next stretch goal. Is actually, well, you know what? Everyone gets a copy of the digital as well. So
Thank you,
I hadn't thought about that too much. So yes.
So I'm like you, I really like the physical.
He said he's
copies.
sending his chat this way. They're unmanageable. Sorry, babe.
Oh, fair enough.
I like how he waits until we're an hour into the program and about to wrap to be like, "I'm sending him over." Be like, "Cool."
Yes, an hour into the 30 to 45 minute program.
Yes. Oh, can't. Anyway, I was gonna say I'm like you, where I like having the digital because I do a lot of travel and I would like to be able to load it up on like my iPad or my computer so I can read while I'm away and not have to carry all of the physical copies. But I also am one of those people that has grown up where they've censored all of my favorite physical the things that I used to have in physical copy, and then I got the digital, and then they censored them after I purchased them. And so because of that, I'm one of those people that's like, but if I hold the physical in my hand, that can never be censored because it's mine and it's right here. So
exactly.
I have that affinity to like owning physical items too. And so I love the idea of being able to get both.
Yeah. So because this is my first one, there's a lot of things that I probably could have done better in my campaign. So, but yeah, someone mentioned a while ago when I first launched the campaign, they said, "Oh, you should get everyone a digital tier." I'm just going, or a digital copy, or who buys the physical. I'm just going, I like that idea, but I don't know if it takes away from people who've just bought the digital tier. So that's why I thought maybe I'll push it out to a stretch goal. So
yeah, it really depends. I mean, the thing is typically if somebody's buying a digital tier and they're not having to pay the shipping and the digital tier is a little bit less, that's usually where their benefit is coming in, at least from my perspective. And this is like scrutinizing, literally hundreds of campaigns at this point. That tends to typically be
the physical
the
copy is $8. the digital is 6, so you're not only saving the shipping, you're saving a couple of bucks, which
couple of
you know
dollars.
can easily represent printing costs. So
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what it is. It's still cheaper, but it's not like $3. I'm going to make it. Again, at least there's still time and effort that's need to be put into doing the artwork. It's still cheaper, so there's no printing costs, there's no shipping costs. You get a good story, and I have considered. So now that we've unlocked the first stretch goal, I might actually everyone might get a may. I'm still thinking about it. They may get a screensaver of Shelby's artwork too. So we'll see. We'll see.
Wow.
I might throw that in as a little bonus for everyone to say, we've reached the first stretch goal. Digital people, they're not going to get a physical trading card, so why not get a digital one? So
I think that's fair. I really do. And Jason has a very, very good point. He says this is a campaign that has a price point for everyone. And that is absolutely phenomenal because being somebody who's had to pay for shipping outside of the US and how expensive it is specifically for Australia. Like, oh my gosh, Australia and Canada, like,
it's crazy.
It makes no sense. I could frisbee something to Canada and it's still going to cost more for me to ship it because it's fucking Canada and they've just decided that they're going to be pains in the ass.
Yeah.
But
for me to send to you guys, it's so much cheaper. But for you to send to me, it's exorbitant. It's crazy.
It's outlandish. It is so crazy. Yeah. Say yes to the dress. Yes.
Yes to the dress.
You don't understand. This dress is gorgeous. I love this dress.
Yeah.
I really think I'm gonna have to make it. If I do hockey, if I do make it, we will talk about like a proper photo shoot or something. Because
that's good. I might have to when I come over, we'll have to get together. And bring my suits and my hat. So.
Oh my gosh, yes! And I would 100% bring the dress and like the full dress. Like, we would do. We're doing it. We're doing it. Hockey. It's happening.
We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll go. It'll be awesome.
Unhinged says hockey right off on a roo at the end of the stream.
Oh yeah, wait a second, where is one?
Oh my gosh. All right. This has been so much damn fun, Hockey. You need to be on our channel more.
Back this book and its eventual sequel, Unwilling Roo Ride.
Oh my goodness. Look at it. We're going on a walkabout with Hockey. Everybody, it's happening. So, is there any other bits that you want to plug before we wrap, Hockey? Anything else you want to let people know?
Please go check out my channel, Ad Hoc Art. I do a weekly video. The one just released this morning, or midday, whatever for you guys. So it just released. So I do that one a week. I'm hoping to do some shorts soon. It's just me doing fun little drawing challenges. Today's video was what was it like if Wolverine had Iceman's powers and Iceman had Wolverine's powers. So I drew that.
Nice.
So I just do fun little things like that. So please go check that out. Otherwise,
Hockey.
Just
Challenge for next week: Jenny eating a fried bin chicken that she has spit roasted.
Spit roasted bin chickens.
Yes.
Yeah, and instead of holding it by like the spit, she's holding it by, like in cartoons when they roast a bird, how the legs are just like steel, and you could hold it by the legs to eat it. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if anyone who's seen the Howzos movie, which won't be too many people in America who've seen Howzos, but there's this funny thing that what they do, they get a shopping cart, so a shopping trolley, and they turn it to the side, put a fire inside the shopping trolley, and cook on the grill. Yeah. So maybe I'll do a shopping trolley with she's cooking a bin chicken on a shopping trolley.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes, Hockey, that's your next challenge. Next week's challenge, done. You already got it.
It's funny. It's so weird.
Tokume says, I still miss the drawings Hockey would do of superheroes doing their laundry or just mundane things. Priceless stuff.
Yes.
You know what, Hockey? If you get enough of those together, you need to put it together as an art book and just be like,
I do.
the everyday life of superheroes, and literally have it be like Wonder Woman halfway in the oven, like scrubbing, trying to get like little tiny baked on bits out, and like Supergirl doing laundry.
My favorite, I think it was a Machine Man, and he was doing yoga. So they were doing like a pose where touching their toes, and he's just standing there with his arms extended. They're going like.
Oh my gosh, Wolverine cutting his lawn.
Yeah.
Like cutting his lawn, like bushwhacking it.
That's it. So
Perfect.
yes,
I love it.
It's a lot of fun. I actually should
when
redraw those because
Wolverine
they were
gets
very short
detention
pictures.
from Professor X, he has to go around and cut all the hedges at the Xavier School.
Edward Scissorhands style.
Yes, Edward Scissorhands.
Oh
that'd be fantastic.
Oh
So,
my God,
yeah.
this is such a
Jason, you're
burn.
so mean. He says, "See you in the pit, Hockey and Psy." You're so fucking mean. I don't want to be in the pit. That's stupid.
He's a shocker.
I don't like the pit. Fine.
Oh, that's so
Just
good.
remember,
That's so good.
just remember, Shae, my award-winning artwork has sold.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God. That's funny.
I made like
Sai,
60
do you have any
American
questions
off
for
that.
Hockey?
What's that? Sorry.
No.
I was seeing if Sai had
did
any
the-
questions for you.
Oh yeah.
He did the apple thing, so
yeah.
I'm happy.
The apple thing I have to paint now. I'm just it's got to happen.
That's it.
Oh, Jason,
Anyone who
like
hasn't seen the start, you got to see that. So.
go back to the beginning.
Yeah,
Jason,
between
go watch the beginning.
3
You will
and 4
appreciate
minutes
it.
of being live.
Jason is asking for the bog standard question that we used to ask all the time. If you could be any tree, what tree would you be and why?
Oh goodness, what tree would I be?
You may not say
Yeah.
palm tree.
No, I wouldn't say palm tree. Probably a gum tree or something. Just because look how gorgeous these gum trees are. Honestly, like they're beautiful. They're beautiful trees. So
They are very
look at
beautiful
that.
trees. They seem very dapper.
look at this bark. Look at that, isn't it? Look, isn't that so nice? So. See, a gum tree.
And it just pops off half the damn tree.
If I could be a eucalyptus, and then I get hugs from koala bears all the time. So
You know, koala bear's eating you.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's okay. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
That's okay. Oh my goodness! All right, Hockey. Thank you so much for
thank
coming
you.
on our
Thank
channel, and this was an absolute delight. Everyone, please go and back Hockey's book. Link is pinned up at the top of the chat. It's also in the description. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to Red Valkyrie. We are gonna go out on Hockey's trailer because I did download it and it does seem very interesting. Y'all should definitely check it out. And we will see you guys at least Saturday. Maybe tomorrow. We don't know. But we'll see you Saturday for another Red
Saturday.
Valkyrie Presents. See you guys later.
Cheers. Thank you.
The newest and growing trends amongst the young people is the popularity of jazz music. And with this comes the line of places to enjoy this music. And one such place is Club Trio. The ladies' new flapper dresses and the gentlemen in their suits, they dance the night away as the sound. This just in, a murder has happened at the new Club Trio. Details have not been released to the press, but police have assured us that there is a #1 priority to catch the murderer.
My name is Jenny. I bought this old dress from this strange shop. And imagine my shock when I wear it. I end up at a jazz hall in the 1920s. But this isn't the only thing. Someone has been murdered. I don't know who it is or how it happens, but I may be the only person who can stop it.